Hello everyone, Happy New Year. This is Elaine, and you can find me on Instagram as Elaine Tom. You can find me on Ravelry as Elaine Maxeb. You can find me on Etsy as Nabi Wool Studio, my hand-dyed yarn. You can find me on Facebook, and you found me here. So let's have a quick recap of 2024. It was quite a productive year. I guess I didn't feel it while it was happening, but I finished 60 FOs. There were a lot of things that I didn't finish, which I won't go into, but 59 of those were tops of some sort, whether they were sweaters or couple summer garments and vests and stuff like that. And I finished one colorwork hat. That was the iris hat. And yeah, so 2024, I got a lot of things done without realizing it. 2025 seems like it's going a lot slower. January is sort of coming to an end. I finished one garment. I have a bunch of whips that I feel like are going nowhere, and I'm not quite sure why things are taking me so long, and maybe by the end of 2025 I'll think to myself, wow, I really finished a lot, but I'm not sure. So everybody has, or a lot of people have asked me to do one of those recap podcasts of all the things I made. Quite honestly, that would take me forever, since there was 60 things that are finished, and I'm not even sure how many things I didn't finish. And a lot of them, or most of them, are basically stored away in my basement. Of course, it'd be really difficult to wear 59 sweaters and have somewhere to store them. So I do wear one repeatedly. That is a test knit I did for Puko, and it was in the Lina magazine. And so that is one garment that I've been wearing a lot lately. But anyway, let's go into my whips. This will again be a quick episode just to say hello again, and just so you see what's going on in my world. So the one thing that has been going and I feel like it's going nowhere is this garment here. It's the Carlata, and the yarn is Carlata Pernilla, and this yarn was all gifted to me to do this test knit. And the test knit is for Kate for More Cat Knit. And so when I first agreed to do the test knit, I didn't really know what the design looked like. I saw a sketch, and I was told that I needed to pick the colors, and so it was sort of hard for me to decide on the colors. And I will admit that this color, the one at the end here, was not one of the colors I picked. I picked an off-white or a white, and it sort of looked like Neapolitan ice cream, and also was, to me, too stark with the other colors. So luckily I did have some Pernilla that I bought in Oslo a few years ago. So I decided on this combination. There are a couple others, but I don't know. I'm still not completely sure this one is correct either, but I am happier with this combination than the other combination I originally had. So this is a slipped stitches every other row to create this texture. So basically you knit and knit and knit and knit, and it doesn't seem to really grow. So so it's sort of frustrating in that, but it's beautiful. So the sleeve here, there is short rows, and it creates this cap here. But right now I've already knit 38 rows, and you see there's not really much of a sleeve. So, and the body just after the underarm is already 126 rows. So this is taking me a lot longer than I had ever imagined, and the deadline is drawing near, so I get done with this podcast to knit more. So another thing that I was gifted was from Einrum, and these are just two of the colors that are in this sweater right now. It's the AFI Sweater, and I'm really enjoying knitting with this. I have knit with this E2 before, but I really, really wanted to make this sweater ever since I've seen it when it was first released years ago. And so they contacted me and said, we would love to gift you the yarn and the pattern for you to knit it and just show progress as you go. So unfortunately I can't work on it all the time because I have these test knits that are on a deadline, but I am definitely enjoying it, and I definitely give myself treats to knit this when I can, just as a break in between my test knits. So I think most of you, or some of you, have seen on Instagram the Sleeping Beauty sweater from Eleanor Mortensen, and this is also slow progress at this moment, but I'm using BC Garn Shetland as the main color, the brown, and then I'm using Mondeem from Retrosaria number 208 as the first contrast, and then this is also Mondeem, and this is Issachar Alpaca 2. So originally the design was all with basically 2 colors, and I decided to make it 3 colors, and on some rows, well, I decided to make it 4 colors, and on some rows there were 4 colors per row, but it was very few, and I think it's worth it. I've seen that some people have gone back and did some duplicate stitch in the middle of the flowers, which is nice, and I'm wondering if maybe, I don't know, I don't think it needs it. I feel like maybe it's a little bit too busy already, but we'll see how that goes. So I need to go work faster on that one also. And then the only other whip I'm showing, which doesn't have a name yet at the moment, and it is this one, and it's from Orlan Soup. I'm not good with pronunciation, sorry, but this design is a collaboration with Poveda yarn, and I think it'll be out in mid-February. And what I used was, again, BC Garn, but this is Pura is the main color here. And then the contrast colors, I decided to use a Bee Wool Studio, Almost Golden. It's a BFL Gotland, and this is Blissfully Yours. And then the only other yarn I use that's not in a Bee Wool Studio is the Durham Yulsi, and in the color Aster. And so it's a little on the subtle side, but I'm really loving how it's coming out, and I'm really looking forward to blocking it. I love the raglan line also. So that will be out in mid-February. The Eleanor Mortensen is also out mid-February. The More Cat Knit one is supposed to be towards the beginning of February. So I have a lot to do in basically a week, 2 weeks. So wish me luck. But I wanted to just put a quick episode out just to say hello, just to wish everyone a Happy New Year, and continue knitting. Thank you.